Let's organize, get things done. I don't upload for a year, and then my first video I come back, I'm crying. And I found out I was pregnant with baby number 2. Hello. Happy January 1st and welcome to my kitchen. Today is one of those days, you know, we're in lounge pants, we're comfy, hair is back, no makeup on, and I'm just gonna get some things done. We're starting, it's like 3:40 in the afternoon. I don't have a ton of time before dinner, but I was already starting to kind of organize my kitchen, get through some things, and I knew that I wanted to film this, so I'm like, I just gotta start. So happy 2026, and over the next couple days, let's organize, get things done, have this on the background while you're doing the same, and let's just kind of reset because my home is a disaster and it needs to be cleaned, so let's clean up. I'm pretty sure this can be pantry stuff, this can be consolidated, so let's get rid of this stuff. Starting with you. Goodbye. I know some of this is like consolidation, but it's it doesn't have places to go. Rest of Christmas goodies, bread, more Christmas goodies. So, but we did take a lot off of the counter and organized what is still on the counter. So I'm happy with this corner. What you can't see right here, it doesn't really matter. Here's some pans that I'm gonna put into the sink. Now I'm in front of my sink. I need to take some of these things that are clean and dry out of here so I can wash those 2 pans that I just put into the sink and put them on my dry side. And then I'm loading the dishwasher, so there's a few things in that side that I can toss into my dishwasher. Hi, baby. Well, that was a little bit of a fail on my part. I did not realize halfway through that my phone had fallen over, as you saw, slow motion fall. And you also saw that you are propped up on my water bottle because I cannot find my tripod. I think it's in the car that is away with my husband at the moment. So also, I only washed 2 pans and I got my shirt all wet. So yay me. But at least that's done. So I got my corner, my pans washed, and the dishes that were dirty into the dishwasher now. So I'm gonna see what else we can get to quick. While I organize these books, I guess I can explain a little bit of what's been going on the past year, why I didn't post at all in 2025. Last January, I was still posting semi-consistently, and I had filmed 2 different videos that I wanted to upload to continue on, and both of them, their audio was completely messed up, and I had no idea why, because I was filming on my phone. I had switched to trying to edit only on my phone and then switched back to editing on my laptop, and I just couldn't figure out why. And so I scrapped that video. I was like, okay, fine, we'll just continue on and we'll film something else. And then the same thing happened with that video. And so I got kind of discouraged. That had taken, you know, a couple different weeks to figure that out and whatever was going on. And then now I'm in the beginning of February, a few weeks in, and I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling well at all. I'm taking these really long naps in the afternoon. I'm feeling really foggy. I'm calling my mom. I'm like, Mom, you know, like I'll take naps every once in a while, you know, they're like an hour long or so. But these naps were like 2 hour plus, as my son was also taking his nap. And I just couldn't figure out why I wasn't feeling well, why I was taking these naps, waking up so foggy. And then fast forward a couple more weeks and I found out I was pregnant with baby number 2. So the next few months after that, it was kind of survival mode with my almost 2-year-old, and you know, he is rambunctious and wanting to play all the time. I'm trying not to throw up all the time. And then it just got far into the pregnancy. And I wanted to film things like when I'm packing my hospital bag and different things like that, which I'm still gonna pack that, what I actually used for baby number 2, that will be coming soon. But yeah, I had a baby in October. So in a couple of days, he will be officially 3 months old. So I am now a mom of 2 boys, which is crazy. But yeah, I don't know. The years just kind of got away from me, but I have not stopped thinking about YouTube and have been wanting to come back. So I just thought I would just jump right back in. I didn't want to make this explanation really long, just kind of letting y'all know where I've been, and I want to continue on. So here's to 2026 and continuing. But for now, let's just keep cleaning the house. Hello, and welcome to my bedroom that is also a mess. I am going to be honest, this is kind of one of those like de-influencing videos, because there's so many videos that people do, and you know, they're like, come into my house, we're going to reset and declutter and get rid of everything and clean everything, and everything's going to be spotless. Let me tell you, that kitchen that I cleaned yesterday, yeah, she's not clean anymore. But I feel like that's just real life. And I can show you, oh look, this is clean. And then I'm doing my laundry. Oh, I'm putting my laundry away, which I try to do, but also, let me just show you. I also got a pile over here that who knows if I will get to right now. And to be honest, that pile has probably been there for a week now. So again, I'm showing you that I'm doing this. I don't always put my clothes away the day that they are washed and dried. I try to, but it's not always the case. Same with my kitchen. I cleaned it yesterday, and then I had to make dinner. And then we had breakfast today, and I had to make lunch. And then my living room, I picked it up last night. Guess what? It's a disaster again because I have a 2.5-year-old and that's where he plays. So this is just being very real that I am doing these things and I am happy that I'm doing them. They are helping me reset and get ready for the first full week of January where my clothes will be washed. I did clean my countertops yesterday in the kitchen, so my countertops will be clean. And you know, I'm doing some more organizing. I want to do like a full declutter. Like I have way too much stuff in my home. I want to get rid of a lot. I want to get rid of a lot of clothes. I want to get rid of clutter. I just feel like there's too much in this space and things that I haven't touched in who knows how long. So why am I gonna keep it if I haven't, you know, there's things I don't even remember that I have. So anyways, that will be a different video. This is just me being real right now, where it's like, you know, at the end of this video where most YouTubers and influencers, I guess, would show their perfectly clean home at the end. I don't know if we're gonna get that because my home is not perfectly clean at the moment. But I do have clean clothes that I am very thankful for, and I'm putting them away because you guys are keeping me accountable. So thank you. I'll film this. I don't know if I'll put it in, but here I sit crying because postpartum mom life. I am 3 months now postpartum, and I still will have, you know, my days. But you know, here I sit crying because there's so much to do and so little time, because I feel like a lot of it I try to do while my son is napping and he's not really napping today. And you know, there's only so much I can do because he's just going to come back out and play again, which I'm so grateful for. But it's like, why clean up his toys now for him to come back out and pull everything back out? So that's why I usually wait later in the day to do that for him. And anyways, I was just texting my mom. I'm like, there's so much I need to do. And no matter what I do, my house is always a mess. And like literally my neck is rashing right now because I am stressing out over it, but I don't know, you know, what for. And really all I want to do right now is take a nap because he did finally fall asleep an hour and a half later, and my baby's also sleeping. But then I'm like, no, I really need to get some things done. So anyways, real life moment again. I don't know if I'm gonna put this in the video because I don't upload for a year, and then my first video I come back I'm crying, but it's also real life, so we'll see. But anyways, I am sitting and taking a break for now because that's what I need to do in the moment. That's what my mental health needs. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you. Good morning. It is 8:15 and I'm headed to get groceries. I pulled myself together yesterday and made a Walmart pickup, so I'm headed that way to go grab it. The sunrise is stunning this morning, so let's go get groceries and continue on preparing ourselves for a great start to the year and first full week of January. Okay, it is a bit later. I've pulled myself together, tossed a little makeup on, but for the last bit of this video, I just kind of wanted to go over some little goals and things like that for 2026. First of all, can we talk about how pretty that turned out? I'm not artistic, so I was proud of that. But yesterday, after I had my little moment of meltdown and baby hormones, I pulled myself together. I was able to clean up the kitchen and the living room and have it peaceful for the evening again. But I also did a little brain dump, and this is, I'm not really doing like New Year's resolutions or like big goals, but these are just kind of things that I've been thinking about that I want to take into the new year. So the words that I wrote down were content, discipline, consistency, and 1% better. To be content where the Lord has me right now, not looking to the future. There's so much of our lives, and in my life too, it was like, in high school, well, when I'm in college, and then when I was in college, whatever's after college, and then after college, all right, well, what if I meet the person I'm supposed to marry, and then you meet someone. Are we going to get married? You get married. When are you having kids? When are you, moving into a house, different things like that. And I don't want to be like that this year. I don't want to think about when I have blank, I will blank. I want to live in the here and the now, not thinking of the future, because the future will come at its own timing and the Lord's timing and his blessings. So I want to just live and be content in where I am. I'm thankful I have an apartment, I have a roof over my head, I have a bed, I have my beautiful babies that I get to take care of every day. So just living in that gratitude and remembering that. The next is to be disciplined and consistent in my relationship with the Lord, with my health, with keeping up with my home. Like you saw in this video, sometimes it's just, it is a daily task. I live in a lived-in home with my babies who play and that are healthy, and I get to cook every day and live in it, and I'm so thankful. But just keeping up, making sure that I steward what I have well, and continuing in that. Of course, health is a big one for a lot of people. I definitely want to be moving my body. I've been very calm after having my son. I actually pulled a muscle in my leg a couple weeks before I had him, so those last couple of weeks of pregnancy were really, really rough, and the first couple weeks postpartum were awful. I could barely walk. I bruised my tailbone, all sorts of different things. And I tried to work out a couple of days ago for the first time in a while, and I was taking it very slow, but my leg still really hurts and it's kind of irritated it again. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but I need to find something where I can build that strength back up as it's healing, and then hopefully find a good routine in just getting my body moving, because I'm in my upper 20s. I turned 28 in a couple weeks, and I know that's still young, but I can feel it. I can feel it. And then being more disciplined, with my relationship with the Lord, really, really taking that seriously, getting into the Word more. One of the things I wrote down is 1% better each day. So I really want to work towards that, really make it a big priority. And then the last one is, in both of those things, being 1% better every day in something that I do. 1% better in my health, my relationship with the Lord, and my home, growing in my relationship with my husband, being a better wife, being a good mama, being patient with my kiddos, because man, sometimes there's some days where that prayer, like, Lord help me, it goes out a lot. So I definitely want to work on my patience, but also if you pray for patience, the Lord will give you moments that are harder that will help you learn and persevere and produce patience. But you gotta go through the hard to get to that moment. So it's kind of a back and forth there. But I want to create a great year with good memories, And then here's kind of a funny thing around the end. Be a morning person. I am definitely a night owl. I will be by 4 p.m. like, I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed. Hit 8 p.m. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I can stay up till midnight. And sometimes I do, because that's just the schedule we have right now with my husband's job. And then I feel it in the morning. I have a really hard time waking up. And when you have a toddler, you know that they don't really sleep in. And I have a baby that I'm still waking up in the middle of the night to nurse. And then he's up earlier. So I've been praying that the Lord would change me into a morning person, even with late nights and not a lot of sleep. Just being able to wake up and be the mama I need to be when I wake up. But a couple of different other random things. I enjoy reading. This past year I read 22 books, which I was really proud of. So I already set my Goodreads goal for 2026. Last year I did 20 books and I got 22. This year I'm doing 18. Usually, you would maybe want to grow it or keep it the same. I am going down because it's hard. I don't have a lot of time to read. A lot of times I read before bed. But I've kind of been in a reading slump too. So I just wanted to make it a realistic goal. So we're gonna do 18 books for now and see how that goes. This morning you saw I did my Walmart pickup, getting ready for the first full week of January and starting out strong. I feel like when New Year's or like kind of like Christmas, like those holidays that happen like in the middle of the week, the rest of the week I'm like, I don't know what's happening. So yes, we are in 2026, but I don't know why my mind is like Monday is like when it starts. So Monday the 5th, we will already be 5 days into the new year. I get that, but that is like, I don't know, my brain just starts that way. So I'm preparing myself. I'm prepared. I have washed clothes. I didn't film this, but we're changing the sheets. Doing my son's clothes right now. We got our groceries. So we are prepared to start strong on Monday, which is today if you're watching this video. But when I was looking through this notebook, I came across an old quote that I had written in here. I read this one yesterday and I really liked it. It says, let July be July and let August be August, and let yourself just be. Even in the uncertainty, you don't have to fix everything. You don't have to solve everything. You can still find peace and grow in the wild of changing things. And I just thought when I read that, it really spoke to me yesterday when I was having a little bit of a harder afternoon. Letting things go, and not everything has to be perfect, and you don't have to solve everything, because it will just keep going and we can find peace in that and grow in the ever-changing thing that we call life. So anyways, thank you so much for coming along on these last couple of days of just kind of preparing, resetting the home as we start out 2026. Thank you for being patient with me. If you have stayed subscribed to me this past year, even though I didn't post, thank you so much. Thank you for being here, and I hope to be posting a lot more this upcoming year. All right, y'all, happy 2026, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.